Gifted Hands, the Ben Carson Story, Movie Recap. Gifted Hands tells the inspiring true story of Dr. Ben Carson, one of the world's most renowned neurosurgeons. This biographical drama follows his incredible journey from humble beginnings to groundbreaking medical achievements, emphasizing the importance of education, hard work, and faith in overcoming life's toughest challenges. Introduction. The movie opens with a young Ben Carson growing up in Detroit, Michigan, during a time of social and economic challenges. His mother, Sonia, is a strong and determined woman who is fiercely protective of her children. Despite her limited education, she had only completed a few years of schooling. Sonia believed that education was the key to a better life.
Not this far, can you?
She made it a rule in their household that Ben and his older brother, Curtis, could only watch a limited amount of television each week. Instead, they had to read 2 library books every week and write book reports. This might sound harsh to some, but Sonia knew the power of education in transforming lives. As a young boy, Ben struggled academically. He was often teased by classmates for being a poor student. His self-esteem was low, and he couldn't see a path to success. But his mother's unwavering belief in him and her strict rules eventually paid off. Ben started to change his attitude toward learning. Slowly, he began to improve his grades, and as he became more confident in his abilities, he found himself excelling in science and mathematics. Ben Carson was born into poverty in Detroit. His father abandoned the family when Ben was just a child, leaving his mother, Sonia, to raise him and his older brother, Curtis, alone. Sonia, with only a third-grade education, worked multiple jobs, sometimes cleaning houses, sometimes babysitting, just to put food on the table. Life was not easy. Ben struggled in school from the very beginning. He often found himself at the bottom of the class, failing tests and struggling to keep up with his peers. His classmates teased him, calling him dumb and stupid, and over time, he started believing it himself. His teachers, though well-meaning, didn't expect much from him. His low self-esteem made him uninterested in school, and he assumed he would never amount to much.
You're going to head without me, honey.
But his mother refused to accept failure. She saw something in Ben that he couldn't yet see in himself.
We had a lovely home, 2 beautiful boys.
Then what?
I don't like to talk about it. He had another wife and kids. When I found out, my life fell apart.
When was this, Mrs. Carson?
5 years back. But I couldn't leave my husband because my boys needed their daddy and I didn't know how to make it on my own.
Instead of allowing him to settle for mediocrity, she made a bold decision. She drastically cut down his TV time, limiting him to only a few hours per week. She also forced him and his brother to read at least 2 books from the library every week and write reports on them. At first, Ben hated it. Reading felt like punishment.
Man, there's a lot of books in here.
Shut up, boys. Library.
But as time went on, he discovered something unexpected. He actually enjoyed learning. He started getting lost in the pages of books, absorbing information about history, science, and great inventors. One day, in class, his teacher held up a mysterious rock and asked the students if anyone knew what it was.
Hearing the great roar made the young man wonder if he had chosen wisely. Maybe it was a trick. Was there really a tiger? Or just a recording of a tiger's roar? Maybe there was a tiger behind the other door, and he died like all the other princes before him.
That's good, Benny. That's real good. I need to get new reading glasses. Sound it out.
Ag.
Agriculture. Agriculture. Agriculture.
Excellent, Benjamin. Kathy, combine.
Combine. Combine. Combine.
The 20-point bonus appears your toss-up. You know, several limericks begin, "There was a young lady from Perth." Limerick is in Ireland. For 10 points, where is Perth?
Australia.
Wow.
Australia, Scotland.
How can they know so much?
Right for 10 points.
No one raised their hand, except Ben. Drawing from a book he had recently read about geology, Ben confidently answered, "That's an obsidian rock." His classmates, who used to laugh at him, now stared in shock. For the first time in his life, Ben felt intelligent. That single moment sparked a fire inside him. He realized that knowledge was power.
Yes. Benjamin. Can you identify this rock?
It's obsidian.
From that point on, he was determined to work harder and prove that he was more than just the dumb kid in class. Asterisk. Despite his growing success in school, Ben had a deep flaw, his temper. His anger was uncontrollable, flaring up at the
It's class. And it becomes hard. And that makes obsidian, sorry.
I see you after class. You just stepped into a whole other world.
Magnitude. Magnitude. Magnitude.
Mark? Perpetuate.
slightest provocation. It didn't take much to set him off, and when he got mad, he saw red.
Shut up!
You can buy whatever you want. You pay the bills. You pay the bills next month. I'll bring home every dime I make in cash and hand it to you. And what you got left, you keep for yourself.
Now you're talking.
One day, while arguing with a friend over something trivial, his rage boiled over. His hands clenched into fists, and without thinking, he grabbed a knife from the kitchen counter and lunged at his friend.
Hey, B. What's this crap? It's not crap, alright? Shut up. You like this? You call this music? It's better than what you like? Hey, man, quit proving how stupid you are. You don't have to act so ignorant. Go to hell, man. What'd you say to me? Get off! Benny! What did you do?
The blade moved fast, aiming straight for the boy's stomach. But something miraculous happened. The knife snapped in half, hitting the boy's belt buckle instead of his skin. Ben stood there, stunned. His heart pounded in his chest. It wasn't just luck. If the knife had landed even an inch higher or lower, he could have killed his friend. The realization hit him like a ton of bricks. His anger was dangerous. It could destroy his future. Shaken, he ran to his room, locked himself inside, and fell to his knees in prayer. Tears streamed down his face as he begged God to take away his temper, to help him change before it was too late. Hours passed, and when he finally emerged, he felt different. From that day forward, Ben worked to control his emotions.
It is, in my opinion, the most...
He learned patience, self-discipline, and how to think before reacting. That moment didn't just change his behavior, it changed his entire life. Asterisk. 3. Getting accepted to Yale was a dream come true, but once Ben arrived, he faced a new challenge, self-doubt. He walked into his first lecture hall and immediately felt out of place. The students around him seemed so confident, so brilliant. Some came from wealthy backgrounds, had the best private school education, and spoke with the ease of people who belonged. Meanwhile, Ben, a boy from inner-city Detroit, felt like a fraud. One day, he sat across from his girlfriend, Candy, struggling with his coursework. "What if I'm not smart enough for this?" he admitted. "What if I don't belong here?" Candy smiled and took his hand. "Ben, you've made it this far because why?"
Is like a troubled kid on the playground beating up on her own twin. Now you control that kid and the playground's at peace.
How do we do that?
There's an operation called a hemispherectomy. It involves removing the seizure-prone part of the brain.
How will she be able to live or survive with half a brain?
It's not as bad as it sounds. We don't know why, but a child's brain has a remarkable ability to recover. It's as if the brain cells haven't decided what they want to be when they grow up. They take on the...
There's a chance this will work?
Yes, I do. But it is a gamble. There's no way around that.
The operation that would define Ben Carson's career was the separation of Patrick and Benjamin Binder, conjoined twins who were fused at the head. No surgeon had ever successfully performed such a procedure without losing one or both children. The surgery required unbelievable precision. Ben spent months planning every detail, studying the twins' brain scans, and preparing a strategy. He assembled a team of 70 top medical professionals to assist in the delicate procedure. Finally, the day arrived. The operating room was silent except for the rhythmic beeping of monitors.
To 20 degrees.
The hearts are stopped. Turn off the heart-lung machine.
Okay.
22 hours of non-stop surgery tested their endurance. Ben and his team worked tirelessly, carefully navigating the complex web of shared blood vessels. Then came the most dangerous moment, the separation. A single mistake could mean catastrophic bleeding or brain damage. Everyone held their breath as Ben made the final cut.
I'm now separating the sagittal sinus.
I'm ready to go.
All right, on my mark. 3.
And then, it happened. The twins were successfully separated. For the first time, they were two individual boys. The entire operating room erupted in cheers. Ben Carson had just made medical history. The importance of faith and family. Throughout the movie, Ben Carson's relationship with his mother is a central theme. Sonia's unwavering belief in her children and her tough love approach shaped Ben into the man he became. Even when Ben was overwhelmed with the pressure of being a doctor, he always remembered his mother's words, that faith, perseverance, and education were the keys to success. Ben's own faith was also a critical part of his journey. The movie shows how he relied on prayer and his belief in God to guide him through some of the most difficult moments of his life. This connection between faith and success is a theme that resonates throughout the film, emphasizing that inner strength and purpose can help overcome even the greatest obstacles. By the end of the film, Ben Carson's remarkable achievements are celebrated. He becomes one of the world's leading neurosurgeons and an inspiration to millions. The movie also touches on his personal life, showing his marriage to his wife, Candy, and his commitment to balancing his career with family life. In his later years, Ben Carson turned his attention to education and public service. His experiences motivated him to give back to the community, helping to improve the lives of children and encouraging them to pursue their dreams, just as his mother had done for him.